Ooh yeah, we are live. So come around, grab a seat. Shout out to Renee, I think I said that already. Another quick sip. How we looking out? Thank you. Copy that algorithm. Kia ora my friends, I'm Benny, and I'm here in the garden for another cold open of Monday Morning Live. This is MML 79, and we're going to break from tradition today. Normally we would sample for the first time a product that we got from the Marlborough Farmers Market. However, there was no Marlborough Farmers Market yesterday. The team and I were at Garden Marlborough's Marlborough Garden Fete. I want to give a shout out, firstly a shout out to all of the volunteers from Garden Marlborough who did a fantastic job putting on the Garden Fete yesterday. The unsung heroes of the Garden Fete, unsung no more because I've just sung their praises. Big shout out to everybody that helped to run the event. It was a fantastic event, even bigger and better than last year. The plane's coming back round for another flyover, but they've missed their chance now. Also want to give a shout out to everybody that came early to help us set up, and everybody who stayed late to help us pack down, including my good friends Yanish and Eden from the Nelson Shroomery. They've provided a nice little treat for Monday Morning Live. None other than, let's get this right, Pleurotus austriatus, oyster mushrooms. I think I'd get the scientific name wrong, not the common name. I've just lightly fried these in some olive oil and just a little bit of salt. So let's try some oyster mushrooms now. Holy jingle bells are good. So good. Speaking of jingle bells, Christmas is coming. And you know what else is coming? The end of this fairly long-winded intro. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time. as I inhale a little bit of oyster mushroom, it's now time to say, welcome to the garden, and welcome to Monday Morning Live! Where as always, we'll spread love and give flowers to anyone who joins us live. We'll take a look back at a pretty epic week that was. We'll take a very quick look at the week ahead. We'll do some live gardening. Today we're planting beans. We're going to start talking about our next big project in the garden, which is irrigation. Because as they say, you can never underestimate the power of water. I look back at the week that was, look at the week ahead. Speaking of the week ahead, a pretty epic celebrity birthday. All those things and many more are coming up right here, right now, on Monday Morning Live. Let's kick off with some live gardening, shall we? I've got these bean seedlings. These are yellow beans. I got these from my good friend Catherine. She normally has a stall called the She Shed Shop at the Marlborough Farmers Market, but yesterday she joined us on the community Marlborough Farmers Market stall at the Marlborough Garden Fete. She had a record-breaking day and she was absolutely over the moon. Helping people, helping their gardens, helping people to grow, much like myself, here on Monday Morning Live. We're going to plant some of these yellow beans into one of our old faithful 10-litre pots. Now this is filled with our high-grade potting mix that's supplied by Dalton's. Dalton's don't sponsor the show yet. What we're going to do is we're going to use the Benny's 6100 series seedling extractor. We're going to make a little hole. Dr. Evil would say a little hole in the potting mix, and that's going to help for our bean seedlings to go in. What we're going to do is just move that slightly to the side. Use the Benny's 6100 series extractor. Just going to dig in there and pull it out. Use the Benny's salute, and we're just going to grab that seedling like so. Check out the roots. Look at the roots. Very well formed, very healthy plant, and it's been very well cared for by Catherine at the She Shed Shop. We're going to pop this seedling in here. We'll probably do 4 in this 10-litre pot. It's a pretty good number, number 4. A little bit like WrestleMania 4. More on that shortly. Who else is watching? There's 2 of you now. 2, number 2. What else do we need to do before we go any further? Give it some water, because you can never underestimate the value of water. We're going to do so using the Benny's 6100 series spritzer. Give it a bit of a spritz. But as we know, that's probably not enough water. So what we're going to do, as part of our ongoing experiment here on Monday Morning Live, we're going to set up an irrigation system. What we're going to do is we're going to have a length of hose, and I'm going to use these flexible... Someone's ringing me. My brother is ringing me right now on Monday Morning Live. What do I do? Do I answer? Hang on, let's try this. I've never done this before. Hello, dude. I'm doing my show. Welcome to Monday Morning Live. Call me back in about 15 minutes. Also, why are you not watching? Alright, love you. Talk soon. Bye. And we're back. That was weird, but very cool. I love my brother. Especially when he rings me during my show, which obviously means he's not watching. Go on, bro, lift your game. Now, as I was saying, what we're going to do is a little bit of an irrigation system. We're going to use this flexible tube. This is a 4mm tube. There's that number 4 again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a section of hose. I'm going to have it just going around my pots. You never have enough pot. This is pots. And I'm going to use these little joiners. There's my brother, now he's watching. Shout out to my bro. Now, what we're going to, with a section of hose, we're going to use these flexible 4mm tubes. We're going to attach a joiner to get the little tube to the hose. And we're going to have a little sprinkler head, little spreader on the other side of the tube. And it's just going to sit in the pot like that. That way we can have them all automated. We can turn them all on at once. And, hey bro, and we can water, because as we know, you can never underestimate the value of water. There's our live gardening. Yellow beans with a very special thanks to Catherine from the She Shed shop. Record setting day yesterday at the Marlborough Garden Fete. Right, what else happened in the week that was? What a week. Started with my birthday. Continued with the kids doing athletic sports on Tuesday. Eliza got first place in the beanbag throw. And just behind me is our little training area. What we did is we set up the hula hoops, and Eliza, we were using tennis balls for training purposes, and what she would do is she would throw the tennis ball and try and get it in the hoop. What do you know? It paid off, because as she practiced, she got more accurate, she got better, and what do you know? She got first prize. On the way back from athletic sports, Corbin said to me, Daddy, do you think if we set up some things in the backyard, I might be able to practice, and I might be able to get first place as well? Of course you will. Let's have another sip of water while we just sort of regroup here. It's been a very eventful episode so far. The week that was also was a great week on the farm. Getting our seedlings ready for our outdoor planting schedule, which we will kick off next week. Great time at the Marlborough Garden Fete. Great time at the AMP show. The kids loved it. You know, last year they were like, Daddy, this is boring, but this year was much more fun. We had fun going on the giant tractors, which I'm going to bring one of them in. No, I'm not, just kidding. We had fun on the giant tractors, and we had a lot of fun looking at the cow. What do they have? They didn't have cows, they had horses, they had ponies, they had sheep, they had goats, and they had dinosaurs. That's probably the kids' favourite thing, seeing the dinosaurs. We bought one. Here it is. Anyway, great time at the Marlborough Garden Fete yesterday, and a shout out to my friends Yardish and Eden for these delicious oyster mushrooms, which I'm going to have a couple more. Very, very nice. Perfect thing to wash them down with a couple of strawberries from Golden Mile Produce. Shout out to my friends Stephen and Sally at Golden Mile Produce for the strawberries. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the week ahead. A very special celebrity birthday. A man who started his career as a professional baseballer. He was a pitcher. He was a pitcher. And he used to be a right-handed pitcher. He suffered a very serious shoulder injury. But he didn't give up. It's kind of fitting he didn't give up, because from the theme of the show today, it's never too late for a second chance. He injured his shoulder, so he couldn't throw anymore. So what he did, he taught himself to throw with his left hand. And he became a professional baseball pitcher using his left hand. He then went on to join the World Wrestling Federation, now known as WWE. And, speaking of the number 4, at WrestleMania 4 on the 27th of March 1988. A 10-year-old Benny Ward watched the Macho Man Randy Savage capture his first WWF championship, thus blowing my mind, changing my world, and setting in motion a lifelong love affair for professional wrestling. Shout out to the Macho Man. Another very special celebrity birthday coming up next week. You'll have to tune in to Monday Morning Live for next week's episode. We've done our live gardening. Let's give you an update on our basil. What we did with that basil is we cut off the very top stalk, and now we've got 2 stalks growing where 1 stalk was before. Once they get big enough, we'll cut those off too, and then we'll have 4. There's another 4. Right. Oh, one last thing. I want to give a shout out to the All Blacks. Had a great win against Ireland in the weekend. In Ireland, very hard to win. Interesting thing though, I just want to share with you something that I noticed about the All Blacks. Damien McKenzie, our first 5, as he was lining up one of the kicks, I noticed he had a whole lot of writing on his hand. And, you know, it wasn't like just one word, you know, like Nana, you know, for inspiration. When you get a try, you go, yeah, you know. And it wasn't like it was anything that people were supposed to see. Like it wasn't some sort of political statement, you know, MAGA, you know, or something like that. It was sentences and sentences of stuff. And I thought, is he going to do some grocery shopping after that? Is he trying to remember low-fat yogurt and those individually wrapped cheese squares? And it can't have been the tactics, because I never once saw him during the game catch the ball and go, what am I supposed to do? And to make matters worse, it was raining, so it would have all smudged. He would have gone, make my smackles? What the hell's a smackle? Ah, another guy got past me. Anyway, shout out to the All Blacks, shout out to my brother, shout out to my beautiful wife Renee who's watching, and shout out to anyone who joins me later on today on my award-winning YouTube channel, Benny. So what I do is I film these episodes for Facebook, shout out to everyone watching, now or later on, keep watching, and shout out to everyone watching on YouTube. You can see me there whenever you want. You can see me at the Marlborough Farmers Market, with the exception of yesterday, every Sunday morning from 9 until 12 at the AMP Showgrounds in White Blenheim. Shout out to everybody who comes along to the Farmers Market. Shout out to everybody who joins me on YouTube. You can see me live every Monday morning here on Monday Morning Live. And I will see you next time in the garden.
And we're clear.
Thanks, Al. Finally getting the hang of that outro.